Danny, how satisfying was that 3-1 win here at Tranmere?
Yeah, I thought a really good performance and a really good outcome. I really liked his first half. I thought we played with a good energy, aggression, intensity against the ball, but a real control and rhythm with it, and obviously found a lovely way into the game with that first goal. We wanted to start well, we wanted to stamp our authority on the game. We knew that Tranmere would probably be a wounded animal after their current run of results, and we knew that if we could get the psychological advantage in the game, that it would help us. And yeah, we scored through a penalty, and then I thought some of our play off the back of that was really, really good. Deserved the second, probably should have found the third just before half time. But yeah, some of our switches of play, some of our ability to speed the game up in wide areas, particularly down the left-hand side. I thought Angelo had a fantastic game. I thought Aurora was a real threat. Teddy gave us so much control, and Lyle obviously found 2 goals as well.
Yeah, and that second goal was a position that we get into. Fantastic football throughout the team down that left-hand side, and then Lyle Taylor's there to put it away. But that must be pleasing that we score from that.
Yeah, we work hard. They're kind of patterns that we try to practice in training on a regular basis off of both sides, and yeah, we've been getting to those areas a lot, and we're continuing trying to work on the quality of our execution once we get there, and the timing of our movement. And Lyle is such a good finisher from crosses, and yeah, between Jack Payne and Teddy, they gave us such an authority, such a control in the game. Obviously, yeah, it allowed us to keep getting switches of play, and Ellis and Aurora linked really well.
Yeah. And what was the conversation at half time about most? Because every team wants to be 2-0 up at half time, but everyone says it's a dangerous scoreline going in at half time.
Yeah, just that good players and good teams play for 90 minutes, and it was really important that we backed that second half up. We knew that they were making 2 subs. We have Tom Smith, who's so alert all the time. He's always watching, seeing what the opposition are doing. So he came in and told us that two of their players had gone in. I think Christian Dennis and Saunders for them. So yeah, we knew that they were making a couple of changes. I think off the back of them bringing 2 attacking players on, it kind of made us feel that they would throw the kitchen sink at it. And sometimes the opponent can be really dangerous when they come out and just start throwing haymakers. And that's really what they did. They put 4 on the attacking line, threw everything at us. We probably should have found the 3rd goal and closed the game before they got one back. And then, yeah, we just made a mistake in midfield, lost the ball, and they got a goal back. And it kind of, goals always change the complexity of games, but we stayed really calm. I think we took some learning from probably the Swindon game, the away game on January the 1st. We stayed really calm. We kept playing, and yeah, the 3rd goal was a brilliant goal for us, just on the counter attack. And Aurora Edwards, I said to him that, you know, the best attacking players find the big moments when the team really needs them. And when he came in on his right foot, Nicky was upstairs and he was just saying, "Be clinical, we need to be ruthless." And yeah, he was all of those things.
Yeah, and he probably deserves it for the build-up work he does, and because of the problems he does cause for defenders.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a little bit of a tight hamstring off the back of training yesterday, so we were holding back the team selection until we saw how he woke up. But thankfully, he woke up well, and it was a plan just to play him 60 minutes. But I think he scored that goal just in and around the 60th minute. And we don't tend to make subs once we score, because, like I said, goals change games. So you always want to see how the team settle after the goal. And of course, when a player scores a goal of that quality, it gives them a lot of testosterone, a lot of energy. And I was going to use that up before we took him off.
Yeah, back-to-back wins and the first double of the season over any other team. Those must be the stats that you want to look at and want to tell your team about how much progress we're making.
Yeah, it was our best away performance of the season, most complete away performance, both with the ball and against the ball. Very rarely are you able to stamp your authority on a game away from home and play with the control that we did today, but we were able to do that, and yeah, it was pleasing for us. And probably in terms of away performances, it's setting up a new benchmark. And you know, for me, this is the standard. Once I know the players are capable of something, then it's my job to make sure that we find that level on a regular basis.
Yeah, and just a couple of bits. You know, Ellis Angelo going over the hoardings and taking a knock, and JK coming on and then having to go off injured.
Yeah,
how are they?
Yeah. So Ellis thankfully is okay, because that looked really nasty. I was shocked that we didn't stop the game at that point. I know he's off the pitch, but I don't know if you saw it, but he goes over the hoardings and he literally bangs his head right on the concrete, and it was really nasty. We were worried for him. Thankfully he was okay. He's got a nasty graze on his back, but fine in terms of having a clear head. And yeah, JK literally in his first tackle just block tackle, and he just opened up his ankle. And to be fair, he wanted to try to run it off, but we're in the 88th minute and we haven't got time to run it off, so it just made sense to make that sub at that point.